Hey babies, what's up my darling MVPs and how are you all doing? Welcome back to Sale with Mimiciously Mimi where you get the gist. I see they do waiting. I see they hurt. Of course you know there's no sleeping on a bicycle on this channel. If you snooze you do what? You lose. Are you yet to subscribe to this channel? Or are you still sitting on a fat, long thing? Kindly pause right there, subscribe, and make sure you turn on your notification bell. If not, tell me, how do you want to get the gist brewing from the cooking pot? Like, how do you want to get a gist? I see the horse. So, guys, talking about the gist as the hot, a day after for Jareed and else, they are telling you guys that they are going to be live on TikTok tonight. So yeah, Big Brother's page on TikTok. If you know you want to ask them some questions, you want to make it spicy because I know yes, most of you all really want to ask them so many things. So yeah, go and ask them tonight on TikTok. They were actually looking kind of dull though, but though they were dancing, but it is what it is. So as you all know, the house is kind of boring for me. I don't know about you guys, you just saw the housemates sleeping, it's just there. It's just there. The more the housemate gets filled, the more it gets boring. But it is what it is. That's why I said it left for me. I would have even say Biggie should just leave the 13 housemate like that. On the finale, they call the number one, two, three. Oh, that's so you carry your kaya, be going her home. Anyways, as usual, new week, new wager tax. The head of house read out the brief for this week wager tax, and yes, the housemates has wagered for 100% yet again. Are they gonna kill this one? We will find out later on Thursday. Meanwhile, Biggie has actually started diary session with some of your faves, and let's get to hear what they have to say. So Makeke was the first person in the diary room. I don't know, or was it just me? I have noticed that Makeke is always the first person Biggie calls, and I enjoy his diary session so much. Not like there is anything special about Makeke's diary session, not like he is all over the place like Yolanda. How I always look forward for to Yolanda's diary session, but when he speaks, I just enjoy it. I smile, because of the way he talks. Anyways, the question was Biggie asked him about surviving yesterday's eviction. He said he's so elated, he's so happy to be yet in Biggie's house again, And then Biggie asked him, about the housemate that left Jareed and else, So Makeke was like, at this point, he's only concentrating on himself, that is the only thing that matters right now, that he is safe. So, and then Biggie said, how does he feel when else and Jareed left? Did he feel sad or anything? He said, Biggie, I'm not gonna lie, yo. I did not feel any sad. I did not feel sad about the housemates that left. And then Biggie was like, okay, if you have to drop a message for else and Jareed, what would you say? And then he said, for else, I would tell her not to check out of the game while she's still in the game. Remember his reason of thinking else would go yesterday, because he did mention else. He said else checked out of the game while she's still in the game, meaning that she already feels she's no longer in the game. So he's like, he would tell us that Els should not check out of the game while she's still in the game. And then for Jari, that I hope you really enjoy yourself in the house, okay? It is what it is. That is what he had to say about the two of them. So afterwards, Biggie asked about the wager tax. Then after Makeke was Liema. Liema, in her diary session, Biggie asked her how she feels coming back to Biggie's house. She was like, Biggie, that she wouldn't say she is so surprised because that she's not confident in herself, that she is confident in herself. But the thing is, she knows she had effed up a whole lot, and she think probably people would give up on her. But that is so sweet to see that people tend to understand that she's an imperfect being, and that she's being real. So in her imperfection, people still love her. So she's so happy to be back in the house. So Biggie asked her how she feels about the people who left. She said, Biggie, my predictions are correct. I told you, Biggie, my predictions are correct. When she was saying this, I'm like, the same prediction that people have been saying, oh, Big Brother, they told her everything. People are so funny. Oh my word, BB kids, you fans, you guys are so funny. So anyways, she said like she said she was really, Biggie asked her if she was sad or happy about the people that left. She said, Biggie, it was the two feelings. For else, I was so happy. Biggie, I told you already that I wanted else to leave. And then for Jareed, I'm just placing between. I'm not really happy that he left. And then Biggie asked her if she's going to drop some message for them, what would it be? And then for Els, she said, Els, I know you needed to do what you want to do. We could not be best of friends in this house. Maybe we could be outside of the house. And then for Jareed, till another life. That was what she said. And she thinks that hope they would find a common ground when they get outside the house. That is what she had to say for the two. So afterwards, Biggie asked her about the head of house. She said she really want to win. She's like, Big brother, please, can you just make me win? Let me just stay out of nomination this week. Big brother, please, this one. Big brother, I just want to win. Enjoy the head of house luxury. And then she was like, she do not even know why she was not even enjoying the luxury all this while. She now said distractions. In my mind, I'm like, oh, so you have been distracted, baby girl, and you're here asking yourself, you do not know why you do not enjoy the luxury in the head of house room, because she wouldn't have enjoyed it because Jareed was in the house. That is just how it is. Anyway, she also spoke about the upcoming tax, how she's going to use music as her own platform. Anyways, the art form, I mean. Anyways, after her was Mark Jr., Biggie called them after each other. And then for Mark Jr., he said he is really so surprised to still be in Biggie's house. Like, because he has already seen it that he thinks people who have social game are the people who last long in this house. That it feels so sweet to see that people still F with him who does not have social game. People still F with people who are skillful in the house. That it's really so surprising and that he is so happy. And then Biggie asks him about how he feels about the people that left. He said that him and Jareed are very cool. And else too, from the beginning, they were really not cool with each other. But as time goes on, they get to know each other. It now happened that they both misunderstood themselves, from the onset, getting to know each other actually make him feel that else is a nice person, same way else feels about him. You guys would remember vividly that those two before, they are like this, they are like oil and water. But as time goes on, recently they became a bit close, getting to know each other. So Biggie asked what's his name, Mark Jr., what the last message he would want to drop if he had the opportunity to speak to them before they leave the house. He now said for Jareed that he wanted to speak to Jareed regarding what happened that last Saturday, that was really bad, that he do not like it. The way a man should treat a woman, that was really awkward, not really good at all, that he really want to have that conversation with Jareed on the way he acted, but he could not have the opportunity because else was in the picture, else was with Jareed all long. So, but what he would have said is he needed to do better when it comes to handling women. And then for else, he said for else he think else needs to believe in herself more, that else do not believe in herself, that she has the face, she has the body, she has the potential, like she is among the top female that is good with tax at the arena. I keep telling you guys this, and I said I don't know. I noticed that else when it comes to arena, she is so serious. And now I'm happy that somebody said it too, at least from the house. So Mark Jr. said she's good with everything she does, so she should at least believe more in herself. All the while else stayed in the house, you all would notice that she's really working on her self-confidence. She even said it herself, she really she looked down on her self-esteem. So she really needs to work more on that, because truly else is so beautiful. So she need more courage for herself, for her personality to actually go far. And then my junior spoke about the tax and how he really needs to win this head of house game, that he do not want to leave this time around and put it in the hands of people to vote for him again, that he needed the people who are voting for him to rest this week. So it is winning the HOH or nothing for him. And then for Yolanda, as usual, she had a lot to say, ranging on how people were thinking she's going to be using her vitiligo story for strategy, that is not what she's hearing. She spoke about Makeke's reply to Lawrence. She said, okay, even if she is this person who is on strategy thinking, she would have stick with Makeke, and not leave Makeke, so that they will be doing cheaper strategy, just like Lerato Modise is doing with Papa Ghost. Papa Ghost will push Lerato Modise left, she will be there, right, she will be there. Like, she do not have a say of her own. The guy talks to her anyhow, that Papa Ghost talks to Lerato anyhow, and she takes them in. That Papa goes belittle her, even in front of people, even in front of her, that they know that she do not really, they are not in good terms. She even defended Lerato yesterday and told Papa goes that this thing you're doing is really wrong. This thing is your person. There are ways you should be talking to her, so that she is not that kind of person. Makeke wants, she said, Makeke wants to move in with me. I want us to be sharing responsibilities 50-50. Yolanda has a lot to say. So she said if she was on strategy, what she's trying to say in the short note is that if it was a strategy for her, she would just stick on one thing, that she do not even know what she's doing right in the house. That even her friends are saying, if you stay 2 weeks, good luck to you. But look at her right now. She's been herself, and yet she's still here. And then last week, that she's more on 60% surprise, that because she did a whole lot of things that were negative last week, and then people still save her. That she poured alcohol on Liema. So many controversial things happened last week for her, and yet people still stood by her side. And then she said these are the housemates she thought that are strong. She said she thinks Liema is strong. She thinks Mark Jr. is strong. That in fact, she do not even think of Makeke being strong at all. That she did not even see that on Makeke's end. And then for the dagger thrown to her, she said she was actually expecting it, that she knows Jareed do not really like her. Even Mark Jr. said something that Jareed really do not like you, but he doesn't show it just like Ghost shows, his own. So but Jareed do not really, feel you with the way you do. And afterwards, she actually said a whole lot that she had to say, and then Biggie was like, her own question is always different, because before Biggie would ask one question, she would use it to answer almost everything that needed to be that needed to be answered. So Biggie, and she's like, her friends are gone, that she wasn't even thinking she would leave. She said a lot. That was how our diary session happened. And after Yolanda was Sinaye. Sinaya spoke of how happy he is to be here again, as he predicted that he is going to be going home. And Viola, here he is again with Biggie talking to Big Brother. Big Brother asked him about the evicted housemates, and he said for else that he shared a brother to like a niece and a brother kind of relationship with else since day two that he got into the house. That else is this person that always come to him, that confide in him, and he also reverses the case for him too, that they actually do understand each other. I never knew Sinaya and else were that close, sincerely. You remember when they evicted her, she went straight to Sinai to go hug him. I'm like, oh, and she actually did say she would miss Sinai and Mpumi if she leaves. And yeah, Sinai said they had that relationship, and for Jareed, that Jareed is a cool and a funny guy, you understand. And then the only thing he wished them outside, that he really hopes that they utilize the opportunity, and then win from the outside. And to else, he said else should make sure that she, kill the shit, anything that comes her way, she should make him proud. And then afterwards, he spoke about the tax. And then after Sinaye was Lerato Modise. So for Lerato said yet again she is back to Biggie's house, like she is so happy to be here, seeing that this is week 8, and then she's back to Biggie's house. Not she has been standing and be safe. So I'm in my mind, I'm like, this girl do not even know how this their saving is. Like, they are just lucky that this season is actually playing to their favor. If not, she would have been home. I know in her mind she would be feeling like, people love me, I have fans. Though I know people do love her, but she do not have huge fan base like that. So yeah. Then she actually spoke about Jareed and Els that left. She said Els is actually the person whom she do her pranks with. That Els is that go-to girl that is always ready. You tell her, see, I want to do this, she'll be like, all right, let's do it. That when you want to do all this mischievous stuff, you need someone who can at least second you. But right now she is gone. And then for Jareed, she said her competition has gone. Remember, she has always been saying that Jareed is her competition. That Jareed is her competitor in the game. She was like, it's not like other people are not competitors to me, but Jareed is my major concentration. And seeing him leave was so surprising, that though there are some things Jareed has said about her sometime, but she's this person that is forgiving, but she likes Jareed, and she hopes Jareed and else are winning from the outside, that he can never wish anybody bad, come what may. Afterwards, she spoke about the tax too, and the head of house game, how she really want to win, and how she would try to put her best foot forward to make sure that she win this immunity for herself. So this was where Biggie stopped with the diary session, where Mark Jr. was still discussing about Jareed. I think maybe Jareed's gameplay actually got to him so much. Like, he was like, how would you be playing a dirty game and then you still continue with that after noticing the viewers do not F with it? You understand what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So they were just having a conversation on how he is a chilled and a nice person. It's just that he chose a negative gameplay for himself. Anyways, guys, that is how it was, on today's diary session. I think Biggie will continue the rest tomorrow for the remaining housemates. For now, babies, I'll be dropping my voice to see you guys later. Thank you so much for always sailing with me. Bye for now, babies.